Hello and welcome to the Rewind Zone. Director Walter Hill's action crime drama, Extreme Prejudice, was released in 1987. We will revisit the cast of this 80s classic and update them for you in 2023. An underrated film from the 80s, so check it out if you haven't done so as yet. Michael Ironside played Major Paul Hackett, the leader of the elite undercover zombie unit. Not so much the brawn of the operation, but more the brains. He has a complex character, and not all is as it seems with Hackett. I don't want to spoil it for you if you have not seen it yet. A household name in the 80s, Michael Ironside was best known for his roles in Scanners in 1981, Highlander in 1986, and of course many will know him as Jester from 1986 Top Gun. Born in February of 1950, Michael was 37 years old in 1987. In 2023, he is currently 73 years old. Michael consistently appeared in well-known films through the 90s such as Total Recall in 1990 alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, Major Payne in 1995, Starship Troopers in 1997. Clancy Brown plays Sergeant Larry McRose, who is second in command to Major Hackett's elite zombie unit, a group of military soldiers reported to have been killed in action, formed to take on secret missions. Prior to Clancy Brown's role in Extreme Prejudice, he was best known for his smaller roles in Thunder Alley in 1985, The Bride in 1985, and Highlander in 1986. In 1987, Clancy was 28 years old. He is currently 64 years old in 2023. Clancy Brown appeared in more notable films in the 90s such as Pet Sematary 2 in 1992, most famously recognized as Captain Hadley from 1994's The Shawshank Redemption, and Starship Troopers from 1997. Nick Nolte played the no-nonsense Texas Ranger, Jack Benteen. Jack is tasked with preventing his old friend, who has now crossed into Mexico and become a kingpin drug smuggler, from pushing product through his town. Prior to Nolte's role in Extreme Prejudice, he was best known for his roles in North Dallas 40 in 1979, 48 Hours 1982, and Under Fire in 1983. In 1987, Nick Nolte was 46 years old. He is currently 82 years old in 2023. Nolte went into the 90s as Hollywood hot property. He starred in films such as Cape Fear, Lorenzo's Oil, Blue Chips, Mulholland Drive. He is still active and has appeared in an episode of 2023's TV series Poker Face. Powers Boothe plays the character Cash Bailey, the film's main antagonist, and former childhood friend of Texas Ranger Jack Benteen. He also worked as a police informer until he crossed the border to Mexico and became head of a drug trafficking operation. Prior to Powers Boothe's role in Extreme Prejudice, he was best known for his roles in Southern Comfort in 1981, A Breed Apart in 1984, and Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze in 1984. Born on June 1, 1948, Powers was 39 years old in 1987. He would sadly pass away in May of 2017 due to pancreatic cancer. He was 68 years old. Powers found his niche in playing bad guys, and the 90s were no different. He went on to star in such films as Rapid Fire with the late Brandon Lee in 1992, Tombstone in 1993 as Curly Bill Brocious, and Sudden Death in 1995. Rip Torn played Sheriff Hank Pearson, a cigar-chomping, tough guy partner to Jack Benteen. Although he was gunned down in the early part of the film, he still managed to leave his mark on the film, as often was the case with Rip Torn. Although Rip Torn began his career in the 50s, we'll focus on his more well-known 70s and 80s films prior to Extreme Prejudice, such as Payday in 1973, Heartland in 1979, Cross Creek in 1983, for which he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Born in February of 1931, Rip was 56 years old in 1987. Sadly, Rip passed away in July of 2019 from his longtime battle with Alzheimer's disease. He was 88 years old. Through each decade that passed, Rip managed to adapt and change to the times. The 90s was no different. He would star in films such as Albert Brooks' feature film Defending Your Life in 1991, Down Periscope in 1996, and the role that introduced him to a new generation was his portrayal of Zed in 1997's Men in Black. Other notable names in the film are Maria Conchita Alonso played Sarita Cisneros. Born in Cuba in 1957, Maria was 30 during the film. She is currently 66 years old in 2023. William Forsythe played Sergeant Buck Atwater. Born in New York City in 1955, William was 32 in 1987. He is now 68 in 2023. Larry B. Scott played Sergeant Charles Biddle. Born in New York City in 1961, Larry was 26 years old at time of film release. He is currently 62 years old in 2023. Matt Mulhern played Sergeant Declan Patrick Cocker. Born in Philadelphia in 1960, Matt was 27 years old in 1987. He is now 63 years old in 2023. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.